A second suspect has been arrested in Rogers after massage parlors suspected of human trafficking were hit with raids. Police say it's been a part of a larger statewide operation led by the Arkansas Attorney General's office.
5 News reporter Lauren Spencer shares the charges these suspects are facing, as well as the efforts to shut down even more of these facilities and help the victims of them.
The raids were carried out at Ping Massage, Steam Massage, and Tulip Massage, leading to the arrest of Yuhee Yang, who police say was an owner or operator of those 3 locations. Rogers police say he's accused of trafficking and engaging in a continuing criminal gang, organization, or enterprise.
One is a Class Y felony, which is punishable from 10 to 40 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections and potentially life in prison if the jury determines it. The Class A felony is punishable from 6 to 30 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections and/or a $15,000 fine.
It's a part of Operation Obscure Vision, led by Attorney General Tim Griffin. He announced 4 arrests from massage parlor raids across the state almost 2 weeks ago.
There are advertisements in mainland China saying, we've got work for you in the United States. And this is the way they do it. They come over seeking asylum and they get into this illicit business.
Benton County Prosecuting Attorney Brian Sexton says this has been on his office's radar for at least a year and a half.
I have had folks come to me describing their concerns about these businesses. They're open late. They don't appear to have a lot of, connections to the greater community.
He says lots of local and state agencies are involved.
It's great to have so many people who are invested in this, working together.
And says the work is far from over.
Case is, even to this hour, is a continuing one.
In Rogers, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
As for that first arrest, Chun-Li Wang is facing 1 count of second-degree sexual assault after a raid at Ping Massage Spa in Rogers. Court documents show she also worked at or is connected to Stream Massage. Sexton says they're still investigating the other owners of the massage parlors and working with local advocacy groups to get victims the help they need.
Okay, take a look at your screen right now. Police are searching for all of these people after a string of car break-ins across northwest Arkansas. Springdale and Rogers police say they could be from out of state and involved with a group that specializes in identity theft. They target places like gyms, then discard easily traceable electronics like laptops and phones, but they keep the stolen IDs and any financial documents so they can withdraw cash. So far, several break-ins have been reported in Benton and Washington counties.
Definitely hide your valuables. If you go to a gym or any public area, hide it in your car or take it with you. Utilize a gym locker if they provide those, and keep those valuables with you.
This advice applies anywhere, of course, especially at night, as vehicle break-ins could be as simple as a thief pulling on unlocked doors. Meanwhile, an Amber Alert is still active tonight for a 16-year-old girl, actually from Wisconsin, who police say was last seen with a 40-year-old man from Arkansas. Here's what we know. The Lonoke County Sheriff believes Gary Day, who you see on the left, likely picked up Sophia Franklin from her home on Monday morning with plans to head back to Arkansas. Franklin is 3 months pregnant, and Day is believed to be the father. They say he's already on felony probation for domestic battery charges, and back in December, probation officers went to his house for a check-in and found him with Franklin. A no-contact order was issued, but Day could only be arrested in December for interference with custody because of Arkansas's age of consent laws.
It's an antiquated law, rule. We're going to work on changing that. I'm going to work with some of our legislators, and we'll reach out to them and let them know that that's something we probably should change, especially with all the trafficking and the issues that we have.
Here's another look at Day. Sheriff Staley says they're working with Arkansas State Police and police in Wisconsin.
Dozens of protesters gathered outside the Arkansas Capitol this afternoon against policies enacted by the president in the last couple of weeks. The Arkansas group was part of a larger effort with nationwide protests happening in what's being called 50 states, 50 capitals, one-day protest. The 95th General Assembly continued to discuss a bill that aims to end affirmative action programs in Arkansas. The bill's now headed to a vote in the House after a committee hearing today. Rebecca Brown has the latest now from Little Rock.
The intent of this legislation is that the General Assembly intends for this act to prohibit discrimination by public entities on the basis of race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin.
The discussion surrounding the potential elimination of affirmative action in Arkansas continues to divide opinions. On Wednesday, the House Committee of State Agencies and Governmental Affairs heard testimonies from Arkansans sharing their thoughts.
Bentley's point, we need the most qualified people. Those most qualified people may indeed frequently be of that community. But to judge them first based on their race or national origin is a mistake.
But the voices of those against outweighed those in favor.
That sounds fair in theory, but there's a fundamental problem with this argument. Merit only works as a fair measure when the playing field is already level, and it isn't.
I say this to illustrate the importance of specific language and programs that help Arkansans who, like young farmers, at no fault of their own, are, because of their situation or birth, forced to begin 15 feet behind the starting line.
Following that, State Representative Mary Bentley, one of the sponsors, read a list of the things the bill will change. It will get rid of the word equity and replace it with equality. And the word minority will be replaced with the words critical needs. And lastly,
Section 7 gets rid of the Higher Education Minority Retention Program. Section 8 removes affirmative action programs.
Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle gave their closing arguments. The committee did vote to pass Senate Bill 3 to move forward.
All those opposed? No! The ayes have it. Congratulations, Representative Bentley. You've passed your bill.
In Little Rock, Rebecca Brown, 5 News.
Lawmakers also scheduled to continue discussing a bill to regulate cell phone use in Arkansas classrooms. The Bell to Bell No Cell Act goes before the House Education Committee tomorrow. It already passed overwhelmingly in the Senate. The governor says she plans to sign it if it does get to her desk.
Well, it's without a doubt one of the most special nights of the year for more than 300 people in the River Valley with special needs.
Yeah, Night to Shine is this Friday night in Fort Smith, and everybody involved is ready to go. It's the 9th year for Night to Shine in Fort Smith, where everyone is a king and queen of the prom.
I feel like I should be a queen to inspire people, I think.
Kaylee Hunter and her mom Kim have been going to the event for the past 3 years.
I love that everybody feels included. We get to all dress up in our fancy clothes, and we get to dance, right? That's our favorite part.
The event is held each year on 6 continents by the Tim Tebow Foundation. With more than 300 kings and queens in Fort Smith, it takes hundreds of volunteers or buddies to make this all work. Lindsay Johnson has been a buddy almost since day one and says she wouldn't miss it for anything.
I just think it's so important to show these people that we love them and that we see them and that they're accepted and that they're just like us and they're loved by Christ just like we are.
Johnson says she looks forward to helping every year.
I think it's just them having fun. I've had dancers and I've had people who like to eat, and the food's always amazing, and the dancing is really fun. We usually end the night with the dancing because they usually want to stay, and I do too, so dancing is amazing.
And Kaylee says she can't wait.
Eating, dancing, riding a limo, and karaoke.
I think my favorite part of the night is seeing how much fun she has, her dancing with everybody.
We'll, of course, have live coverage of Night to Shine in Fort Smith Friday evening on air and on 5 Plus for your smart TV. Now, we can send you all the details on how to download 5 Plus to your TV. Just text the word plus to the number on your screen. We will text you right back with how to do just that.
Darren, I can't wait to see you and Tiffany
so
host
much
the red
fun.
carpet and all the stars walking down it.